And
Welcome.
welcome.
Welcome, everybody. Hey, peeps. So good to see you guys. Welcome to my interview with the one and only America's commercial actor, Mr.
Wow.
Scott Parkin. Scott
Hey, thank
Parkin,
you. Oh,
yay!
this is crazy. Hi, y'all.
And the
How are you?
crowd goes wild.
Right? Let's hope so. Quietly
This
by
is our
themselves going wild.
this is our impromptu improv interview. We did not script this. So
Agree.
our whole theme has been, real life isn't scripted, and you are so well known for that. And I'd love to talk to you today. First of all, a little bit for those peeps that may not know you. I don't know how that's possible, but
Oh, come
for
on.
those
There's
that
lots of
don't know you, give us a little breakdown of who Scott Parkin is and how you got involved in all of this.
Was born in Whittier, California, in a small town. No, I came out of high school not really knowing what I wanted to do, except for I wanted to be on Saturday Night Live, and the way into that was doing impressions at a radio station, and then working my way in with the morning guy. So I got into radio really, really early, and sort of left college with 12 units left of a communications degree at Sacramento State. I've always promised myself someday I'm going to go back there and get the rest of my money back. But I went to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and did a radio. They offered me a job in radio, so I started in radio, doing characters and improvising and doing all the cool stuff that old FM radio used to do when I was
Yeah.
21. And then I bounced around. We were the highest paid migrant workers because in radio you get fired. You're out in the middle of the country with all your stuff, and then you got to find another job. So I did that a couple times, and then I ended up in Dallas for 11 years at a couple different great stations, KZPS and
Mhm.
KZEW for a little while. And after I covered the Olympics in France for that radio station. And when I got back, the door code was changed. And it was like,
Oh,
wow,
geez.
huh. Hey, Kelly. Oh, Kelly's not up front. Oh, I think I've been fired. So at that point, I was already having to bullshit my way out of like leaving town to shoot commercials, and I would already developed a little bit of a voiceover career. Not a career. I started to do commercials, and so I didn't make another tape and didn't go back into radio. So I just went, and I was part of a big improv group in Dallas called 4 to 5 Doctors. So I did improv and voiceover and on-camera stuff from then on, and the rest is little known and cared about history.
So then let me ask you about improv because you
Sure.
are like you're like an improv king. Like I know you for your improv. Tell us a little bit about improv. I mean, we hear it in voiceover. It's important for our career. What is it that you feel is so vital and important to having improv to everyday
Well,
voiceover?
for me, I teach the conversational real read and improv for VO,
Mhm.
and the two dovetail really easily because to sound conversational, you need to be throwing in words and sounds and phrases that we say in everyday conversation. So the reason I think it's vital is because a good 45 to 50% of the copy says improvise welcome. They can't really legally say, hey,
Mm.
write this shit for us, but they'll say, make your own, bring some life to it.
Yeah, make it your own.
Yeah, that you get that a lot, and that's code
Mhm.
for please help us get this comedy through the net. A lot of times, having worked on the agency side as a freelance radio and TV writer for commercials and for network
Mhm.
television, I know what goes on behind the scenes, and I know oftentimes they'll have a difficulty getting an idea or a concept to be more funny and more
Mhm.
interesting by a client who wants to hear their name shouted and the price points. Right now, you can
Mhm.
get 5 of those for just $8, right downtown, right on the corner, right up. They want that stuff, and the agency knows that people will tune that stuff out. That it has to
Mhm.
be delivered in a manner. These days, people don't want to be told what to do. They want to hear it delivered in a way that sounds like somebody they know. So that's
Right.
what we're going for. And the
And
improv,
humor is a good seller.
it,
Humor
it,
is, I think, one of the best sellers, right? You've got to
if you
grab their attention and entertain.
if you can do it, yes. And
Mhm.
if you notice on TV with the Old Spice ads and KFC and you know, flow to some extent. They're moving more into comedy. There's a lot more comedy because they're realizing that it works. If it's done well, it works. If it's done poorly, it doesn't work, but it didn't work before with people yelling anyway. So they're willing to take more chances on comedy. And if you can land the writer's jokes and put a little improv in there, you set yourself above. You if anyone tells you, I mean, there's, you know, what a glut of coaches and classes there are these days. If anyone tells you they can help, they can get you booked, they're lying. They can't. No,
good advice.
Can.
Yeah.
I work with Jeff Howell. I work with Joe Cipriano. I work with great people, and none of them can get me booked. All we can do as coaches, yeah, I know, Cipriano, where's my damn gig? You know, he sleeps in a $1,500 suit, Joe Cipriano. Gorgeous man. But all we can do is increase your odds. And that's what you have to do. You have to increase. I always use the bow and arrow quiver. A bow, arrow, and quiver. You got to have as many arrows in your quiver for whatever comes down the pipe. So if it says you need it to be conversational, real, and honest, but it also needs to be fun, upbeat, and have a sense of improvisation and a sense of fun, you got to be able to have a really solid take on that, or you're not going to compete. You know, there's sometimes there's 500, 600 people. I don't know how they listen to. It's the big dish of catfish, like that many times. But there's a huge amount of competition now, so you have to set yourself apart immediately, and you have to be able to do that in a very comfortable way. And then there's a whole other section that I teach when you get the gig, how to manage those what's coming from the other side of the glass, the side of the glass with the deli plates and the good coffee. How to manage what they're asking you to do, and how to force their hand and get them to more highly define what they're asking of you. Because eventually, even if they're not able to explain it, it's your fault. So you want, okay, thank you. And, you know, so you want to be able to design your read to elicit the best response from them and give them what they're actually asking for. So
I think I mention a lot to my students that, God, if I can listen to something and it makes me smile or it makes me laugh, I think that is, boy, you've captured my attention, which is I think one of the biggest things, right? You've got to capture their attention first.
You captured that in the first thing you said. You said, if I listen to something and I smile, if you can get people to listen to anything, I always think, when I was in radio, I always thought people listened to radio like this, like, hang on, the DJ's talking. Like that, the people in radio feel that way. Like, oh, commercials on. They don't. I feel like I sound like Ron Howard from Arrested Development. They don't. He wouldn't. They weren't. If you can get someone to say, Olive Garden, good, healthy, I think you've done really well with the radio commercial. And you can do that much easier through humor and improvisation. Improvisation, don't overthink it. You know what I mean? It's not, hey, give us a place where two people might meet. You know, that's stage improv, which I love and I do every once in a while. But this is anything that is not written on the copy, on the page, is improv. And you have to know when to do it, how much to do, where to do it in the script. And that's the stuff that I teach.
And, you know, that brings me to my next
look at you.
topic.
This is segue. Look at
the segue into what I love, that you are going to actually be here, live with us teaching an improv class. And it's going to be on, oh my gosh, why do I forget the date? Is it May 20th? May 20th, yes. On a Sunday.
It takes a lot to get me to not, that's my one day because I teach on-camera commercials on Saturday. It takes a lot to get me off the beach, but I know. You were like, come on down. I'm like, yeah. So I'm going to surf.
And I'm so thankful.
I'm going to surf at Redondo on the way down to see you.
Oh, that's so cool.
I'm coming into your living room and I can't wait. I'm riding. I have a bell. We do open. I know, right? Lights are on. All right. What I'm writing for this particular class is some more open-ended stuff where the front half has a little open and an introduction, and the back half has a tag that's an announcer, and the middle half has nothing. So
Oh, nice.
it's really exciting and fun, and it's what makes it interesting. It's why I like it, because I really enjoy watching people do shit they've never done before, or
Right.
watching them do something they've done before, but with a whole lot more success.
Well, all right. So I picked up from you guys, peeps out there. So if you want to sign up for this class, first of all, there's
Yeah.
limited space because, I can only fit so many people in my living room. And of course, this is also open to remote people. So wherever you are, we can all learn from Scott. But what I love that you said is that I'm writing. Like he's writing for us, guys. So
Uh,
I am just honored that you are actually writing like for the peeps a
yes.
specific class to really help us.
You know what?
You know,
I really try and tailor the stuff. Having written a lot of copy, I have a lot of copy, and I'll
mhm.
rework it, and I'll look at what's trending and what's happening out there, and then try and tailor what we're doing. I don't do a lot of classes. You know what I mean? I do a lot of
Mhm.
private, and I'm a single dad, and I'm not very smart, so I don't do a lot of coaching. I don't I don't do very much class stuff. So, but I am looking incredibly forward to this. And so I'm prepping for it, and we'll have some great stuff for you guys.
Oh, this is fantastic. So, Diana has posted in the chat there in the comments how you guys can sign up for this class. And I would not wait too long if you are interested in this. I really have been wanting Scott to come out for years, and I
Aw.
finally am able to get him to stop. Well, he's still going to surf, right? But to be able to come down to Orange County and work with us. So thank you so much, Scott, for joining us this afternoon and
I
talking a little bit about improv. I want to kind of put it out to the peeps out there that are watching live. If any of you have any questions, I'm actually
yeah.
seeing your comments come through here. A lot of people
I
who are, see, Devin calls you an improv deity. Look at that. Um, I,
that's a little scary, but I certainly I think it's probably because I don't plan much. So I guess I had to get good at improv because I had no clue what was happening. So I don't know, but thank you, Devin. I so appreciate that. Oh,
yeah,
I
and people
covered
are
my hand. Sorry.
clapping. Hey, Humberto, thank you. Both of us are awesome. Thank you. I take those compliments. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love it. Thank you so much, guys. Okay, so if you guys don't have any questions for Scott, I'm gonna actually wrap this up and say thanks again so much for joining us.
Okay.
And I cannot wait until the 20th. That's May 20th. My
Yeah.
gosh. May 20th from 1 to 5. It's 4 hours of cool stuff with Scott. You can sign up there. Again, Diana has posted the link. You can sign up. Please, guys, don't miss it. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be a ton of fun. And we
It's a
will
week.
see you. It is,
It's a week from Sunday, right?
yes, a week from
It's a week
Sunday.
from Sunday. So also know that we don't just do gut improv. So I don't want anyone to be frightened. You
Ah,
need to be a little brave, but trust me, I've got some stuff that's a lot. We ease into it. We don't just throw you in the water and say swim to the boat. So if you're already pretty good at improv, great. I can teach to any level, and
mm,
we can sharpen your skills. If you want to learn the conversational read, which is interlaced with improv, or just the conversational
absolutely.
read, we can focus on that too. I really want to tailor it to the people that come, and I really appreciate you not having that many folks in there because I really like
Yeah.
people to get. I try not to talk too much. I try and throw people in the booth
Mm,
and then talk after, so you get a
hmm.
lot of time on mic. And
Yeah.
as you know, I mean, I take classes, and I learn an awful lot from listening to
Mm,
what Jeff Howell or Joe Cipriano or Jake
hmm.
Benoit or Mary Lynn, or I get a lot from what they're saying to the other people. So
Hmm.
there's a fair amount of that. But I think if you keep it nice and small like you are, it's so much easier to
Yeah.
get a lot of time on mic.
Yeah, and I want to tell you guys, just so you know, you can sign up to participate live as well from wherever you are in the world. And you can also, there is an audit option, which I think is super beneficial for any of you that have ever wondered about how to get better at improv or different techniques. Scott has got them. So you can sign up for either participation or a live audit, uh, either here locally, or you can be remote. So, Scott, You are awesome. Thank you so much.
I'm so
Uh,
stoked. I really need really quickly
yeah.
to mention if you're a Black Mirror
Oh,
fan, my daughter made these shirts, and
oh
most of
yeah.
the cast has them. And if you'd like one, get hold of me. We've got it, as you can see, I have a stack of them up there. Right there.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
Those
yeah,
are awesome.
it's been very fun. Thank you so much, Doll. Thanks for asking. I'm so glad that we're going to do this, and I can't wait to surf your direction and then talk to your friends.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Scott. Peeps. We will see you Sunday, May 20th. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great week.